Hi, I'm back with another little quick flip through, look through of this another rock pool deck. It was that sale, guys. So, this is a really special little deck that I'd always kind of disregarded, but it's really cute. And I have to be honest with y'all, when it comes to cultural appropriation, there can be a lot of it can be a very dense and intense discussion. And Elizabeth Jensen, author of this Oracle deck, isn't Egyptian, but she has, however, done a lot of research. And this is a channeled deck. Think of that what you will. I like to refer to decks as tools, and although I do think the creator is important, I also like to sometimes keep it a little bit light and use the tool as it is, as a tool. So let's read the back of the box. These 44 cards, hey, rock pool, 44 cards, and Guidebook give you access to the magical powers and sacred wisdom of Auset, Mother Goddess of Healing and Prophecy, also known as Isis, who is the most loved of all the Egyptian goddesses. Auset has imbued these cards with her divine intuition, so you will always find them highly accurate and reliable for personal or professional readings. All the major gods and goddesses of ancient Egypt also offer their wisdom and guidance to you through the beautiful artwork of renowned spiritual artist Marie Clement and the spiritually inspired writing of Elizabeth Jensen, international teacher of Auset Temple Healing, plus triple award-winning psychic. So this is something. And since I bought this deck with my own money, I can barely get the lid off, girl. I can say whatever I want about it, but you know what? As much as this is not my thing at all, I actually quite love it. Now, the deck is not in order anymore, as I've already done some readings with it, played with it a little bit. The guidebook is interesting. It has a good table of contents. This was from 2018. Some acknowledgments. It has an introduction, how to use the cards, and the way it's written is just so cute, very endearing. Elizabeth Jensen is an older lady. There's a bit on Auset, Egyptian oracle readings, and alchemy, and then we kind of go straight into the cards. This guidebook is black and white. Does that really matter? No. What I do like is that you get about 2 pages a card. So you get a message, then you get a channeled message. So Elizabeth is a channeler. She spent a lot of time at the pyramids. You can either choose to use that or ignore that. And then you get card meanings for abundance, love, work, career, travel, health, family, and future. So that's actually really, really, really interesting. So you get a lot of card meanings for every card. Now that alone, I feel like makes this guidebook worth checking out. Although this is the type of deck that you could use intuitively as is. There you have a picture of dear old Elizabeth. She used to be a nurse. She'll sit at the Isis Lotus Oracle cards. So it's interesting. It's cute. It's very new agey. Whoops, and the camera may wobble a little bit from time to time, because of technical issues. Now let's look at the backs of the cards because they are stunning. They are really, really, really gorgeous. I love this card back. It's very striking. So let's just go through the cards and say what we think, and let me tell you what I have learned from, spending as little time with them as I have. So what you usually get is you get the name of the goddess or the object or the archetype, and then you get some keywords at the bottom that are highly usable. So this is a little Rockpool history. When Rockpool started publishing card decks, they were kind of a little bit stuck in the past, I feel, because around 2018, that's kind of when the whole borderless hype started, when the matte cardstock hype started. And this is one of their earlier decks. This one feels like it could have been a 2009 Hay House publication. So, but you know, I think there's something cute about that, honestly. But, you know, we have the really big borders that do look cool. I think they look really cool. I'm very into ancient Egypt, have always been. Does that make me an Egyptian priestess? Unfortunately not. But we get this really big border. We get the name and the keyword and the card number, obviously. And then we get the illustration by Marie Clement. And I do feel like the illustrations are really vibrant and gorgeous. So there's just something really, really cute about this. So Sesheda, creating and writing. I'm probably going to be butchering these Egyptian names. Set challenges. Once again, gorgeous art. I don't really see Set in here. But then again, that vast desert, that blistering heat, it may just be a depiction of the underworld. I don't know. Great Pyramid, Mystery and Ceremony. Really cute, old-timey quality to this art, which I think is adorable. Taveret, Pregnancy and Birth. Hnum, Creator God. Love that. I really love that. Teuti, Akashic Records. So this is one of the cards where I feel like Elizabeth kind of mishmashed the different, you know, traditional Egyptian with more New Age concepts, because I don't believe Egyptians were referencing the Akashic records back then. And, you know, although the Egyptian gods and goddesses belong to a dead religion, you know, like, I can see some people being upset. However, for me as a reader, this is a tool that I could use very proficiently. So that's nice. Even to say if I did use this deck in a live reading setting with a customer that is, or a client, as you would say, that might not be that into the New Age concepts such as Akashic records, I would probably still say something like, you know, you need to kind of look within to see what else life has in store for you to kind of fulfill your soul purpose or something like that, you know? So, Sphinx, Silent Wisdom. Love this illustration again. Really, really, really gorgeous. And the write-ups in the guidebook are really cute. I think I may have talked about this before. It's something that Diana Cooper does as well, which is a very similar elderly lady. You know, there's sort of a cute sincerity that makes the work very palatable when it comes to card decks, not necessarily when it comes to full books, but that's a topic for another video. Cobra, Divine Awakening. Geb, Earthly Focus. So we do get a description of the gods and goddesses in the guidebook. So also if you wanted to learn more about a certain deity, this would be a great like flashcard set almost. I do have this really, really gorgeous French Egyptian oracle, but I don't use it as much as I thought I would because all the whole guidebook is in French. However, you know, like, it's interesting. It's interesting. You can learn a lot from it. Satis, Fertility and Satisfaction. Daumuteth, Earth Spirit. What I found out with the spirits, there is a spirit card for each element. I did kind of find out that it's not, I was kind of terrorizing them a lot. However, that's not always how this deck should be read. So I got the fire spirit in a reading, and I was kind of like, okay, creativity, yada yada yada, growth, you know, that spark within. No, the guidebook wasn't about that at all. It was more or less fire in the sense of, you know, having a very heated personality, having heated arguments. So that's interesting. So, you know, this is about grounding, abundance. So it is about abundance, and it's also very much about slowing down, taking the time to do things. So I think that's really interesting. Sekhmet, change and healing, gorgeous. Sobek, rest and endings. Ushuptis, seek assistance. Nile River, flow of abundance, gorgeous. Mat, cosmic justice. Oh man, I love this deity so much and the whole story around them. I actually have, so I have this deck, I have the Messengers of Egypt. I also have the Mat Tarot, which is, you know, very Egyptian as well. I'm thinking about maybe at some point getting the Journey into Egypt Tarot, because I love Egyptian imagery so much. But I also have the Amenti Oracle, which is an oracle deck based around all the principles that are being weighed, because Maat weighs your heart, and she has to like, she weighs it according to certain principles, and if, you know, you did good, you get into heaven, kind of. That's a really interesting story. I'm not that well versed on it, so I'm not going to proclaim I'm an expert here. However, you know, I do love it. Horus Bark, Sacred Union. Imhotep, Temple Healing. Not gonna lie, channel art, my ass. I feel like Marie Clement looked at the mummy a bit too often. However, really cute art. Auset, this is the box cover art. I do adore this. Alchemy and Healing. Nuit, Stars and Timing, the goddess. She's the goddess of the night. Anubis, Guide and Protector. Really, do you see this aura thing that Marie Clement does sometimes? I adore that. I think that's, it really makes the cards pop. Like, this is an interesting one. Min, Fertility and Creation. I didn't notice the gigantic phallic, you know, thing going on in this card when I first saw it. It's really, really, really phallic. But it's a really gorgeous card. It's really well illustrated. Once again, with that really amazing usage of color. And I love the colors blue and gold. So blue, black, and gold are like my favorite colors. Nephthys, Soul Healing. Imset, Air Spirit. This is another one that I quickly want to check out because I want to see. What's also interesting is that they are placed pretty far from each other in the deck. Like, you would think that they would be created, that they would be put close to each other, but they're not. So the Air Spirits, let's see. He signifies conscious choice in this life. Okay. He's the leader of the four spirits. Careful choices in accordance with the law of Maat. So this is very much about choices more than thoughts, you know? So that was interesting. So when it comes to elemental work, this is giving me like new inspiration to think of other things. Sarcophagus, initiation. Scarab, spiritual transformation. I was obsessed by scarabs when I was a kid. Obsessed by that iconic Egyptian scarab imagery. The Blue Lotus, this is part of the back design as well. I think it's stunning. I think it's a stunning image. Scrying, True Future. I wonder why scrying is in the deck. So let's check that out really quickly. Oh, it was a popular divination method used by the priestesses at Isis and Dendera temples, according to Elizabeth. So I don't know if this is channeled information or factual, but she seems to be pretty factual in the description of the card bit right here, and then we get a channel message, but we do get a usually pretty factual message, so that's interesting. Gazing into water and essential oils in a crystal bowl using a mirror of black obsidian or clear quartz crystal balls were all utilized. Okay. The goddess Hathor always carried a shield that acted as a mirror to see the future, and the other side had a mirror to enable people to see themselves in their own true light. This duality is necessary for a true reading. So that's pretty cool. Didn't know that. I think it's cute art. Yeah, I think it's cute. Ta, Alchemy and Creation. Horus, Slow Victory, gorgeous. I may at one point also get Alana Fairchild's Isis Oracle. I do have a pocket version. However, I like the art a lot. I know a lot of people hate Jimmy Manson's art. I love it. Sorry. But then again, you know what I love about this, where Elizabeth divides the messages into information, channel message, and guidance. I feel like with Alana's deck, sometimes it can get a little bit convoluted. So I'm not quite sure yet, but you know, I do love this a lot. So then we have Hoppy, the water spirit. Once again, I'm going to check this out. You know, because, you know, in tarot, it's water is emotions. But, you know, in ancient Egypt, water would be a life force or something like that. Okay, the water spirit represents the need to work energetically and with thought before undertaking any actions. So, you know, that's interesting. It's cool. It's a cool, different approach. Hathor, Love and Music. Selket, Magical Protection. Amun-Ra, Miracle Creation. When I saw this card, which is the first card in the deck, I was immediately in love. And I love that we get so many different types of masculine energies in this deck as well. Ra, Creative Power, amazing. Nefetum, Renewal and Rebirth, holding the Blue Lotus, gorgeous. Kepsenuf, the Fire Spirit. So, you know, I did already quite say, like, hey, Fire Spirit, you know, heated arguments. Helps you with nutrient absorption, protection, self-healing, warm, fluttering energy, fiery responses, heated arguments. You know, it's really interesting. It's really cool. Bast, Joy and Pleasure. I used to live in a little town, and we had this, it was kind of a book town, so we'd have all these antiquarians, secondhand bookstores, art galleries, and we had this one lady, and she had an obsession with Bast and Egyptian cats. And she had this gallery full of these gorgeous Egyptian-like cat paintings. And every day I'd walk past her gallery on my way to school and look at those, look at her newest paintings. And it was gorgeous, really, really cool. The Ankh, energy healing. Osiris, heavenly messages. Auset temple, sacred ceremony. Syrian Star, Star Blessings. Now hold up. This is one that I want to look up as well. Because all of a sudden we're in alien territory. So let's see. Okay, Syrian Star is one of the white light beings that traveled from the star Sirius to the Great Pyramid to use it as a portal for entry to this earth plane. The white light beings follow the path of the Syrian goddess in the past, who spent time as earth people before becoming divine, returning the soul energy through the Queen Auset's chamber in the Great Pyramid to Sirius after physical death. It's part of the purpose of that chamber of rebirth into higher consciousness. Syrian Star is actually a guide for myself, Elizabeth Jensen. Ah. Interesting. Okay. So, you know, do with that what you want. It's interesting information. Neckbet protection. Really cool illustration, this. And Giza Plateau, Sacred Journey. So that was the last one. Let's, you know, I do really like this little set. I think it's a really cute little set of oracle cards. I think it's interesting, you know, for me as kind of a jumping off point to get to know more about, you know, the Egyptian pantheon. I find different pantheons fascinating. I find the Egyptian pantheon fascinating. The most fascinating pantheon ever, though, is the Hindu pantheon, since it's one of the few polytheistic religions still active. You know, it just fascinates me. Whoops, that was kind of a lame riffle. Let's see why that is, because I didn't like that. I didn't like that riffle shuffle one bit. That's better. Okay, so let's fan out the cards and see which one I'm... Oh, it already slid out by itself. Ooh, we got set challenges. So, you know, I didn't read the guidebook entry for that yet, so let's do that. I do love this imagery. Kind of a shame we didn't get Set in. So, Set. Set is the younger brother of Auset and of Osiris, whom he killed and thus caused great suffering to Auset. Oh yeah, the Isis and Osiris mythology. After Auset managed to piece together and resurrect Osiris for one night, she became pregnant with her son Horus. When he grew up, Horus fought an 80-year battle with Set to take back his rightful place as pharaoh of Egypt. Set was banished to his natural home and became a god of the desert and chaos. That's interesting. No image of Set is needed here, as wise alchemists always know to avoid having his statues, images, and energies close to them. See, that's interesting. You know, like I said, it is a really cute and well-written guidebook. Channel message from Set. So, although we are not going to display him here, we are going to channel him. Okay, Elizabeth, work. I am Set, the feared god of the desert and storms. As you feel my presence, know that I enjoy chaos and know that there is a day. Know that there is day. Know that as there is day, there is night, and night is my time of power. Some like my power, and I like that too. Plus lots of money and manipulation of others. I am not here to tell you my secrets, so I banish you now, Elizabeth. Ooh, you know, honestly, I am intrigued. You know, this guidebook is so bonkers in the good sense. It's probably one of the most interesting guidebooks I've ever read. So then you get a shit ton of card meanings. So let's see. Abundance. Not good for investments and finances in general. Take care until this challenging time passes. Love. Possible drug, alcohol, or gambling addiction by a partner. Work career. Delays and frustrations as others are promoted over you and your worth is not recognized. Travel. Delays and disruptions. Okay, so you kind of get the gist. It's bad news. So, you know, I'm going to ignore that bad news, but I did really like filming this little flick through for y'all. So, you know, this has been the ever so cool, I think this is a cool deck, honestly. I like it a lot. The Cool as Hell Auset Egyptian Oracle cards by Elizabeth Jensen and Rockpool Publishing, and bye-bye.